back to another episode of Mimi's Business Podcast. I'm your host, Gungu Mildred, and I'm so happy that you've joined me on another Saturday for another amazing episode. On today's episode, I'm just going to talk about life, life lately, the things that have happened in the past month. I mean, I don't know how we're surviving as Kenyans because, one, I'm so sleepy right now. My eyes are actually shutting while I'm trying to record this. Like, I'm feeling sleepy. It has been a busy day, but I'm going to try my level best to do this. And I don't want it to be too long, but I know myself, when I start talking, I can get so focused on whatever I'm talking about and I get lost. And I just find myself like something that was supposed to be like 10, 15 minutes, it can go to up to like, I don't know, 40 something, 1 hour, 2 hours even. So I'll try to keep it short because it's just a little something I thought of talking about, just life and how it has been. So, as you all know, on the 15th of last month, we lost Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, aka Baba, aka Tinga, aka Agwambo, and so many other aliases that he had. And that hit Kenyans hard, but not as hard as it hit his family, I'm sure, and his friends, because, we all loved him. And for the most part, I remember seeing most comments were like, I didn't know how much I loved this man until he died. And when I saw such comments, I was like, is that why you feel sad? Is that why you are crying? Or are you crying and feeling sad because you're seeing other people cry and feel sad? Because I remember I put up a post on my WhatsApp and they said something to the effect of, like, I haven't cried yet and I know that I will. Some things I see and I laugh out loud, and some things just leave me staring into the void, or something like that. Like, I'm paraphrasing. And the reason I say that was because I would go online and see some things and I'd be like, really? You really mean that? I'm not going by there to even pretend that I know how people deal with grief or manini. I come from the Maragoli community. I know how we mourn our dead. We celebrate, we mourn, we cry, we roll on the ground, we scream, we yell, we do what? We go and talk to the dead person. Some people even slap them and ask them why, if the way they died was not, like honorable or something like that. I mean, it was just saddened. Sometimes they even slap the dead and they're like, why did you leave us behind? And stuff like that. So I know where I come from, and my culture and the Luo culture aren't that far apart. We differentiate in very little things, or in the way they call them. We call them differently, of course, because they're two different tribes, but most of their cultures and customs are similar. Maybe it's because we're neighbors and stuff, but yeah, we even call each other cousins and majirani. So there's that. So I understood most of what the mourners were doing. I understood like the way they were crying and yelling and doing. But then there's some things I would see and I'll be like, I'll just find myself laughing. Not laughing because it was a haha moment, but it was just, I don't know how to describe it. You laugh, but it's not like that cathartic laughter that, I'm laughing and the laughter comes from your diaphragm and stuff. No. It was a laughter because you cannot do anything else. And it shocked me because the next day I woke up in the morning and I went to the bathroom and I go and sit on my toilet, and my mind, being a Taurus, being an introvert, being an overthinker, in my mind, this thing starts playing. Somebody has called me and has told me that my grandmother is no more. Ishindwe katika jina la Yesu. God forbid, I beg. May she have more life because I really need her still. And I see that imagery, and then I'm at a funeral and I'm talking about what happened. And I'm saying that now I'm all alone, like I'm really an orphan now because she's no longer there. Nobody's going to love me the same and all of these things. And I remember I just started crying because it hit me. Mzee has died at 80 years. My grandmother is in her 70s, mid 70s now. And so in a couple of years, she's going to hit 80. And I think it was just that realization that, your parents, and in my case, my grandma, she's getting older. And the older she gets, the more worried I become, because any day you can wake up and be told like she's no more. I remember even praying and saying like, God, don't take her right now because I still need her. And if you must, then take me first before she goes. Because at least if I go first, she'll have her children, she'll have other family members who are going to be there for her. But if she goes first, then I'm going to be really alone. And I just cried. I remember I cried and cried and cried. I left the toilet and went to wash my hands, and still I had to remind myself that it's just a thought, and to tell myself, like, why am I punishing myself? Why am I creating this scenario in my head and I'm hurting myself for no reason? But you see, that is me mourning for Raila, but in a different way. That is grief. And I think that is the same day that I wrote that message on WhatsApp. Like, I haven't cried yet. Like, I hadn't cried for him, but I cried for my grandma, even though she's still here. And that was not the first time I've thought about that. Every now and again, the thought will come to my mind, a day I'll wake up and my grandma will no longer be here. And the moment that thought comes into my mind, I just start crying. Because she has meant so much to me in my entire life that I can't imagine doing this life without her. And so this thing with Raila just made me feel, it has been hard. I still haven't cried properly. I remember even saying that I was going to watch Ginny and Georgia season 2 because it made me cry the first time I watched it. And I know if I watch it a second time, I'll cry again because I really wanted to just cry. I want something to trigger my tears, that is. Because that day I cried for my grandma in the morning. I even just wrote her a message. I remember afterwards, I wrote her a message. After I washed my face and I calmed myself down, I wrote her a message and I just said, hi, I hope that she has a lovely day. And I told her that I love her. She read it and then she called me. And I didn't tell her why I did that, but she was like, yeah, I've seen your message. I love you too. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I was just thinking about you and I thought of sending you the message. And she was like, okay, I'm good. I love you too. And that made me feel so good. So it's just a crazy thing. But yeah, so that same day is the day that I wrote that on WhatsApp. And I knew I wanted to cry while watching Ginny and Georgia, but I couldn't. Because I told myself that I'm going to watch Ginny and Georgia. And then I went to do it and I just couldn't. Because one, I had to record this. Because actually it's today that I wrote it during the day, like Monday. I wanted to do that. That was my plan, and I couldn't watch it while I'm baking because they say, especially with pastry, however you are feeling while you're baking, it will make your pastries taste the same. So I didn't want to cry and jinx my, cupcakes. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to watch it then. And I was like, I'll shower and then I'll watch it. But then while showering, I remembered, I have to record. I have to watch the movie for Wednesday and I have to record that episode and I have to record the next one. So that tomorrow now on Tuesday, I can wake up late, or today rather, because already at 1 something a.m., I can wake up and edit and then bake and do all of these other things. Your life. Oof. And so I was like, yeah, I have to do that. So I didn't watch it, but I'm going to find a time during this week, especially after I've recorded and edited, and I'll find an evening where I can just watch season 2. Because I just need to cry properly, and I need to trigger it. Because the thing with me is that if I do not cry when something has happened, something shocking like this, I know it will come at a very, very inappropriate time. I could just be walking outside in the streets, going to the groceries, and then something will happen and I'll start crying. And I'm trying to avoid that. So I need to cry, and I need to cry for Raila, and I need to cry for this loss that us Kenyans have experienced so that I can move on somehow. Because I feel like my mind is still at, I can't believe that this has happened. So that's why I was just staring to the void sometimes. I avoided being online because I would go online and see all these edits. People had edited stuff and they've put it there. That song that he loved so much and all of these things. And then it would bring tears to my eyes. And then I would leave social media immediately. And then I would just put Citizen, watch what was happening, follow that for a little while, then again leave. Because I just didn't want to be engulfed in that reality. I didn't want to disappear in it. I didn't want to, just sit in the grief. And I don't know why. Because I'm somebody who doesn't set grief aside. I always let myself feel it. I sit in my grief. I understand it. I appreciate it. I let it move through me. But I don't know why this time it hasn't. Because last year when I woke up to the news that Liam Payne had died, the moment I saw it, tears came into my eyes. I went online to search his name, and there it was. It has been confirmed. Liam Payne died on the 16th of, and then Baba dies on the 15th of October. So now 15th and 16th, every year in October, will just be two terrible days in my life. Like, I'll just be remembering 15th Rao died, 16th Liam Payne died. And I think we're also about to celebrate, is it the second or the third year for Mr. Chandler Bing, like Matthew Perry. So I think it's also like on the 20 something of October or somewhere in November, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere there. So that is happening soon too. And it's just like, what's wrong with this month of October, man? So, hey, life. Man, the way people mourned him, that's how you know you are loved. And there's so many leaders out there that I'm sure they couldn't believe that was happening. And I know that most of them do not care. They just care about the money. They don't care that if they died, nobody will cry for them the way people cried for Raila. Nobody will be like, throwing themselves on the streets and stuff. Nobody will follow the hearse from wherever it is that they died from and bring them to wherever for a public viewing or something like that. Nobody, like 60,000 people will not go to fill up a stadium. Was it 60,000? I think. Or something like that. Fill up a stadium so that you can view your body. But they don't care. Because all they care about is the money that they can get from all of these things that they do. And it's just sad. But yeah, rest in peace, Raila. Rest in peace, and my condolences to the family and to the friends, the people who really knew him, the man that he was. We just knew him as the enigma, We knew him as an opposition leader. We knew him as those things, political wise. And we also knew that he was a husband, he was a father. But then he has his children and his wife and his friends, people who truly knew him beyond the way we did. And to those people, I say, I'm so sorry. May you receive my condolences. And may you find a way to move forward from this. Grief does not end. And there's something that I read somewhere that as long as there are people in this world who still remember you, your memory still lives on and can never be truly dead. So I know we should write like books. He should be part of our history, proper history in our history books. And a documentary should be done on him. Because I got to learn so many things about him now that he's, gone. So many things about him. Some things I didn't even know were happening. Some things I didn't even know that they were true. But then from this loss, you get to realize that, yeah, you knew him as an enigma. But then there's so many other things that you did not know about this man. And I feel like there should be a documentary about him. Plays should be written about him. People should act about his life and stuff like that. Let us be educated about the man that was Raila Amolo Odinga, because we really need to know about everything he went through. Like, we just used to hear stories, like the way he was captured and sent to prison and stuff like that. I knew that. But then I didn't know that it was twice that he went, then he came out, then went back in, and then he came back, and then he had to run away to, Germany and stay there for a while. I didn't know some of those things. And so through this loss, I've gotten to know him. And I think the more I knew him, the more I was puzzled, like, I don't know. I remember there's a time I said, tungempenda tu kama ni one time angerule tu for a while just as a president. But anyway, now it's too late. But I hope that he rests in peace. Hope he's with the angels. And yeah, hope that you're going to move on from this and find strength to move on and find strength to fight for our country now, because the person who used to fight for it is no more. So wacha tuendelee na ile roho ya Gen Z yenye waliamua. I know millennials were also there. We know we say that it's the Gen Z maandamano, but millennials were there as well. So tuendelee na moyo huo wa kupigania nchi yetu. And I know somewhere along the line, God will be there with us, and he'll be like, yeah, I got you guys, and I've heard what you've been praying for and what you have been fighting for. I've heard the cries of the children who died, their parents and stuff, and I'm going to lead you to the best place that this country can be. I pray for that day to come. So, yeah, something else about life is there's something I saw online. There's this boy, I don't remember his page, But he was talking about he does not understand why when people invite him to go clubbing or just out with his friends and stuff like that, and he says that he doesn't want to, people get upset with him and say that he's the villain and why don't you want to answer my phone call, blah blah blah. And I remember listening to him talk, and I was like, he does understand that no man is an island, doesn't he? Yeah, so you have family and friends, and because you're introverted like me, people call you and you do not pick up the phone. People send you messages, you do not answer. People try to reach out, people come to your home, you don't want to open the door. Because I know, even me here, you can come and knock on my door and I'm inside this house. I'll switch off the TV, I'll keep quiet inside this house. You'll knock and go. If I don't want to open the door for you, I will not. But it got me thinking, imagine you do these things. You are teaching people how to live without you. They know you're okay. They know you're alive. They know you're not in trouble. You're not taking drugs, blah, blah, blah. They know all of these things. So after some time, they'll stop trying. They'll stop trying to call you. They'll stop messaging you. They'll stop, trying to reach out, invite you new to places and stuff. And then one day you'll wake up and realize that you're truly alone. By this time, maybe it's the time that now you need somebody for something. It can be medical, it can be just like for life, just to catch up with people. And people won't do it as well. Because the excuse that he was giving is that I do not want to. He was like, we should normalize people saying, I don't want to hang with you because I don't feel like it. I don't feel like hanging with you, so I don't want to. I did not answer your phone call because I didn't feel like answering your phone call. I did not call you back because I did not feel like calling you back. I did not text you back because I did not feel like texting you back. And I remember some friend told me that a while back, that she does that as well. If she doesn't want to answer your phone, she won't, and she won't call you back because she didn't feel like it. But people forget while they're doing that it will come a point where we need these people. In one way or another, you might need them. What is to tell you that they will answer your phone call then or answer your message then? Because in my mind, you're telling me that you're dying. Oh, I'm sorry, but you've been dead to me for 3, 4, 5 years now. When was the last time we spoke? 2 years ago? And the last time I called, you did not even pick up because you did not feel like picking up. You didn't call me back because you did not feel like calling me back. But now you're dying, you need a kidney, and you're calling me to see if I can help. My friend, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, man. I'm not going to pick up. Because to me, you've been dead for that whole time since you refused to call me back. And maybe it's just a Taurus thing where I'll give you chance after chance after chance. And then when I'm done with you, I'm done with you and I'm gone. I move forward. I don't even look backwards. I don't even remember. I'm like, yeah, you're dead and I buried you. In my mind, you're dead. So if I ever meet you in the future somewhere, I'll be seeing a ghost. And because you'll be a ghost, the moment will determine if I'll talk to you or if I will not talk to you. You can't live like that. I do not care how you don't. Like, if you do not want to talk to me right now, because I get it. As I said, I'm an introvert. So if you call me and I do not want to talk, I won't answer the phone. I might refuse. I might just watch it ringing, and it might even stop ringing, and I put airplane mode. So that if you call me again, it will go like Mteja. But the one thing I'll do the moment I switch it back on is to call you back. It's because when you are calling, I did not feel like talking to anybody. I was going through my own moment while I was recuperating from my social anxiety or being just social with people without even the anxiety. I'm recuperating from that. I'm regaining my strength. And then you call me. So, I get it. I can do that. You call, you want to reach out, I'll not pick up. But the moment I call, I'm over the, recuperating, I've regained my strength, I've regained my social battery, I'll call you back just to see what you wanted. Maybe if it was an emergency, Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have been there for you at that moment, but later on I will. I'll make sure I am. And if I can do anything for you, I'll do it. I hate text messages. I know most introverts do not like calls, they prefer messages, but I hate messages because I get anxiety from waiting for a reply. And then my mind, being an overthinker, you can write and you put an exclamation mark or a full stop, or you say something and I misread. So I'd rather, instead of misreading a message or misunderstanding it rather, I'd rather that I call you, I hear your voice, we talk, and I move on. Call me, tell me, hey, I'm calling you because of blah, 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 blah. Hope you like the idea. Then you finish. If I'm responding, I respond to you. We finish that conversation right there and then. But texting, because I know people, you'll text them, they'll see the message and they'll be like, I'm not responding right now. They'll respond to you after 12 hours, 24 hours. That's when they're responding back. All this time since I texted you, I've been anxious, wondering why you're not responding to me. Are you upset with me? Are you angry? Are you depressed? Are you going through something else that is so serious that you could not just simply text, even just saying okay? So I hate text messages. I'd rather you call me, tell me whatever you wanted. I'd rather call you, tell you whatever I wanted or needed, and then move forward. Or just send you like an audio note, knowing that you're going to listen to it and respond. But sometimes even those audio notes, you send them and somebody will listen to them and not even respond until after 12 hours, after 24 hours. And you sent an audio note of like 5 minutes only for them to tell you okay. And that is letter O and K. Do you know how frustrating that is? Like, life is not like that. Life is not supposed to be like that. You can't live life like that. You have to respect people and people have to respect you. I respect your space. I respect your need to be alone at the time that you need it. But man, after you got up, after you've moved on from that moment, please remember to call people back. Remember to text people back. Because you might think that you have everything sorted out, but one day you might need these people, but they would have already moved on without you. And it would have been your fault because you showed them how to live without you. So I listened to this boy and some things I agreed while he was talking, but then I was also like, yeah, no. Because I know I'm not a people person. I know I love my personal space, but I also know I need a community. And as I've said time and time again, in this place where I live, I have my little community here. And I don't know what I would do without them, honestly. I really don't. Because they've been there for me. They might not know everything that I've been through, but the little they know, they have sort of helped me in ways that they can't even begin to understand. Now you're telling me you don't want to call people back because you don't want to. You don't respond to messages because you do not want to. You don't feel like it. That's fine. But remember that you're also a human being. That at some point, you will need people around you. At some point, you'll want people to be there for you. And as I said, just pray that they will want to be there for you at that time as well. That they won't just look at you and be like, why? Why am I wasting time with this person? They were never there for me when I needed them. Why should I be there for them when now they need me? I can't be there for them as well. I just move on. Because that can happen too. What will happen to you if that were to happen? What will you say? What will you feel like? How will you feel when that happens to you? And it will be too late. And people just won't care. So, as much as I respect people saying that, yeah, I did not answer that phone call because I did not feel like it. I did not help them because I didn't feel like it. I did not respond to that message because I didn't feel like it. That is not a good reason, good enough reason for you not to. We do a lot of things in this world and we don't feel like it. And I've always said that to the people close to me. We do a lot of things and we do not feel like doing them. You go to work and you don't feel like going to work, but you know you have to go to work in order to make money to pay your bills to survive living in this world. You shower while you don't feel like showering, but you do it regardless because If you don't, you're going to stink. If you do not, you're going to start getting infections and stuff like that. And it will be uncomfortable for you and for everybody else. You brush your teeth sometimes and you don't feel like it, but so that you don't have cavities and blah, 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 blah. You talk to people, you're social to people, even when you don't feel like talking to people, because you know social capital is so much important than anything else. I was telling a friend just the other day, like, you invest in people so that they can invest in you too. If you do not invest in people, then they have no business in investing in you. And if you do not have social capital, then you have nothing, honestly. You have to be good to people in order for them to be good to you. Otherwise, you will fall down. People will not even dare to pick you up because you never say hi to anybody. Who will help you then? So, I don't know. This was just a little musing about life that I thought of this past week rather. And I was like, let me just talk about it. Of course, talk about Rao, but also just talk about this one topic that I saw and it didn't sit well with me. Because believe you me, I understand. I'm not a social creature. I love my house more than I love anything else. I don't like being outside. I love being inside my house. But even I know every once in a while, just go. Endo salimia mtu wa mboga, salimia mtu wa duka. Just talk to them, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Just talk to them. You could be saying, talk about anything. It does not matter. Then go back. But never go in front of people and tell them, I did not answer your phone call because I did not want to. That's rude. That should not be allowed to be a thing. Give whatever, because his excuse was like, if I told you that I can't come for that party because I was busy, you'd understand. If I told you, I'm sorry, I did not pick up your phone call because I was busy, you'd understand. So why can't I just tell you I did not pick up because I didn't want to? Because that's rude. There's even somebody in the comment section who said, explain to people this concept before you do it. Like, tell the people in your life. So, like me, I'm telling you right now, as you listen, there are moments where I do not want to talk to anybody because maybe I'm going through a depressive moment, or I'm feeling very, very anxious that I'm afraid to even talk to people, or, I don't know, I've just been with a lot of people, and so maybe I have a little social anxiety, and so I come back, I just want to recharge. I don't remember the last time I did this to anybody, but sometimes you might call, I will not pick up, and then you call back and my phone is off. It's because you called, I saw your phone call, but I switched off my phone because I didn't have the social, I don't know how to call it, like, I did not have the strength to talk to you, to be social to anybody at that moment. But the one thing I'll promise you is that by the time I switch that phone back on, I will have to call you just to find out what you wanted. Because it could be a matter of life and death. It could be anything that is very, very important, or it could just be as simple as you saying hi. And maybe even that time when I was going through this depressive moment, just seeing that phone call, it helped me somehow. I saw it and I remember that, oh, I have people who think about me even when I'm thinking that nobody cares. So I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to continue talking about this. I'm so sleepy. It's 1:49 a.m. and I don't know why, but I felt so sleepy early today. Actually, I know why. I fell asleep very late yesterday and I woke up very early today. So that is why I'm very, very sleepy right now. So I'm going to stop recording this right here, then go to bed, brush my teeth and go to bed because, I hope that I'll fall asleep quickly and I'll sleep for a good 6-7 hours because I need the sleep. And yeah, my eyes are very, very heavy right now. I don't think I can do anything else. My God. Yo. Anyway, yeah, those were just my musings of the two things. It's life is not like that, and we can't play with life like that. Treat people like you want to be treated. That's one thing I'll tell people. Treat people how you want to be treated. Be nice to people and they'll be nice to you. Avoid people and they'll learn to live without you. And eventually nobody will care about you like at all. People just move on. And you'll be calling, you'll be texting, nobody will want to. Because just like you didn't want to, they won't want to either. And you'll be expected to understand that fact. So style up. That is not a reason like I didn't want to. Say you're busy, it's polite. Nobody is an island. If you ignore me today, I'll ignore you tomorrow. My thing might not have been an emergency today. Your thing might be an emergency tomorrow. And I will expect you to understand like that the same way you did not want to reach out to me, the same way you do not want to respond to my phone call, I also do not want to respond to yours because I didn't feel like it. And if that does not sound rude to you, then I don't know what will. So yeah, I'm leaving it at that. Tell me in the comment section down below if you agree with me or if you do not. I'm open to listening to both sides of this spectrum because I know we have different ideologies and we have different minds, and everybody has their own reason to doing whatever they do. Because I know most introverts will say, I do not like phone calls. I do not like. Yeah, but if you found somebody that called you, call them back. Or even just text and be like, hey, I saw your missed call. What's up? And then let them tell you whatever it is, whichever way. If they want to call back at that time or if they want to text you, let them do it and listen and then move on. It won't take too long. I'd rather that I even start talking to you and you be like, hey, yeah, I can talk to you for like 2 minutes. I don't have time. I'm headed to a meeting. I'll respect that. But don't just not answer people because you don't want to. So yeah, tell me in the comment section below if you agree with me or if you do not. Tell me on my Instagram as well today after I post this there. Tell me if you agree with me or not. That is Mimi's Musings Podcast. Follow me there as well. If you agree, if you do not, I'll appreciate whatever you say. Interact with this content. Please remember to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I still have a business. Please make your orders and I'll be super grateful. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that whenever I post something new, you're going to be announced the first people to come.